Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Punisher Paintball channel here. Today, very exciting video. We have two Planet Eclipse guns going head to head here. We have the LV2, released just shy of a year ago. It was June of last year, versus the new Planet Eclipse 180R, the update from the 170R. So we have a high-level, premier tier gun versus a mid-tier kind of marker here. Both over $1,000, but let's see how this one goes. If you guys like this video, make sure to actually drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel here, and when you're done watching, use the link in the description to pick up either one of these bad boys from Punisher's Paintball.
I'm so free.
Alright, Joel, so we already know packaging is going to be a wash, so we won't have to go too far into it.
I didn't even put this case back in the box
yeah,
because,
no.
guys, the packaging on this is identical.
It is the same exact stuff. We will run through it briefly for you because it is cool. It's good stuff. But
Do you want me to run through it since I've got one here?
Yeah. So
all right,
you'll
guys.
get
So
a sleeve, you'll get a cardboard box. You throw that away, and then
and inside of this, you get this, and then you flip this open, and you get a paintball gun. And the paintball gun is either LV2 or 180R, and it comes with a set of Allen keys that you get to maintenance your gun with. And then this sleeve actually has a little band right here that holds it in place, so you just go like this, and boom, that.
and none of your stuff falls out.
Yep, and you just go like that. And then if you want to access this inside portion, you've got your manual. With the LV2, you're going to get oil, and you're going to get 2 rammers.
You'll get oil and you'll get lube. You get lube.
Oh, you get just oil.
There's no grease that comes for your
Correct.
HPR or for your regulars.
Correct. I thought that was kind of interesting, isn't it?
Wait, really?
Yeah, you only get oil. So with the 180, you get lube because that's all you'll need. But
Yep.
with the LV2, Doug brings up a good point, which is oil the rammer, but then it calls for lube for the HPR and the LPR, and you don't get that.
You have to buy that separate. That's weird.
Both get barrel covers.
Nice barrel
I cannot
cover.
talk right now. Both get barrel covers and everything else like that, and that's basically the extent of it. With the LV2, you are going to get 2 barrel inserts, whereas with the 180R, you're only going to get 1. But you are going to have 6 slots here, which is really nice, so that you can do that and put all your S63 inserts in there.
But points wise, it's going to be a wash because it's the same damn thing.
Correct, barrel.
Barrel wise, it's both both are the S63. So really, I'm just going on aesthetics here. I do prefer the LV2 barrel. I think it's kind of more interesting.
For sure.
It looks cooler. It's got some more going on. It's got ports, so you can see.
And the porting, I like the porting on that.
I
a little
do
bit
as
better.
well. So I'm gonna go LV2, even though it is functionally the same thing.
Feed neck.
Feed neck. It's
Same.
Planet Eclipse is all the same. So 1 for 1.
Eyes.
Eyes. I think it would technically be the better option to go with the 180
Yes.
with the mirrored eye system, because this is one that still uses a ribbon. Am I correct? Or not a ribbon?
Uses
it just
eye wires.
Eye wires. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say probably your better bet is going to be the 180R with the mirror reflective eyes.
Yep. Also a little bit easier to take that front grip off because all you gotta do is pull down, whereas like with that, to get to the little tab to let your eye covers go.
You got to take this whole thing. Should I do it, Joel? I can do it. I did it better in another video.
No, I mean, I don't think it's necessary. It is a little bit more difficult.
Slightly more work. Very slightly, but...
Yeah. But the main thing, guys, is the reflective system on this is really nice compared to, because like with this, you just take that eye cover off, you wipe it off, and you put it back, and you're good to go. It lines up perfectly with where the hole is in the body of the gun. Whereas like you have to worry about the alignment of your eye wire with the LV2 and some of the other Planet Eclipse guns. So you don't have that with the 180. So that's why it wins. Alright, battery changing.
Both are toolless. You could argue technically easier for the 180 because all you have to do is pull down versus undo a clip, but very, very easy. I'll give the point to the 180.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
it's so
fair.
close to being a wash because they're
It's
both
really
toolless. They
close.
both take a 9-volt, but technically the 180.
Trigger, wash, same.
Really? Is it? Because it doesn't feel as bad on the LV2. I don't know why.
I agree.
You know what it is? Is the trigger guard is different shape.
Is that what it is?
I think it's the trigger guard is a slightly different shape. I actually hate the trigger less on the LV2. I still don't like it, but I hate it less on the LV2. I'm going to give a point to the LV2.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it'll be a wash because you don't really have an opinion on either.
Yeah, no, I think they're so similar. There might be a slim difference, but for that,
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Next is going to be board programming. I'm going to give it to the LV2. Yeah, because while it is similar logic, you have more actual buttons to toggle through with this one. It's just kind of simpler. So I'm going to give
those
it to
buttons to toggle through make a big difference in my opinion.
just so you guys can kind of get a look at it a little bit.
Yeah, 3 buttons, whereas you only got 1 button here, and you actually use the trigger on the 180 to cycle through. And so for that reason, I'm picking the LV2.
ASA. Technically a wash because they're both the pops, but they're slightly different editions of it. I actually really like it on the LV2. Like I like that there's like a bigger front piece here to kind of pull on.
Yeah,
it makes it easy too when I'm like turning it on to be like I can really feel myself pulling it and clicking it. So I'm gonna go LV2 even though they are functionally the same thing. It's just milled in a way that I like. Next is gonna be the ergonomics. That's gonna be the 180 for me. The LV2 is a gigantic marker. it feels great to shoot. I love operating the thing, but that is a behemoth in my hands. I don't know about you, Joel, though.
I'm gonna probably pick the 180 as well.
Yeah.
It's close for me though because I like the foregrip on this a lot more. I do have big guy hands.
He's got tall.
So this does feel really good to me. But I don't like the distance here. That was my main complaint with the 170, and that's what they fixed on the 180 is they made the distance here thinner. So for that reason, I'm probably picking the 180 because of that. But the LV2 is a big gun, but I like the fact that it's a big gun.
Yeah, it fits Big Daddy Joel pretty well.
Yeah.
So after ergos, it's going to be weight.
180.
The 180 is for sure going to be lighter, but just so the people can hear a number, I've got to zero that out. There we go. All right. This does have a battery in it as well. This LV2. I'm just going to set her down nice and gentle.
2 pounds, 1.5.
It was 1.9. Now it's went to
1.9.
2.0 ounces. So yeah.
2 pounds, 2 ounces, guys. Now the 180R is what, 1 pound, 14.6. Yeah.
1 pound, 14.
So guys, it's almost 4 ounces lighter.
This is a big, hefty boy. Next up is going to be maintenance. The LV2 is very simple. Like it seems like it'd be so much more complicated, but it's really not that bad to do. Like,
I'm gonna say probably wash on that.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm gonna say wash because like if you keep the rammer cap on that, so it's not super tight, you can just unscrew, oil your rammer, done deal. The eyes are toolless. It is a little bit more work, but like it's not enough for me to definitively say that the 180 is easier.
Right.
And then like obviously like there's more O-rings and stuff when you're talking about
a spool valve versus a pop-up valve gun.
Yeah.
But also too, like you could argue like sure, like where it's more difficult to get to the eyes here, it's more difficult to get to the reg there. So for that,
good point.
For that
because
reason.
with this, guys, it is actually toolless to take apart your LPR and your HPR. So yeah, I would say that is a good trade-off for sure. So wash on that, in my opinion. Build quality / reliability
equal. It's the same manufacturer.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever seen an LV2 have issues with like being reliable was NXL Sunshine 2021. Rabikov's at the time LV 1.6 went down because he got like sand in the breech because it is open, like the breech or whatever is open. But like that's such a rare case of like thing. I would say it's washed across the board.
Yeah, for sure. I would agree with that too. They're both going to be extremely reliable, guys. They're both the build quality is going to be some of the best in my personal opinion. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about purchasing either one. Tech support.
It's all PE. It's the same. Yeah, they're both very good. They're at every regional event and national event.
Upgradability.
And you can get a trigger for this. I don't know of any. Technically, it comes stock with a light and a heavy rammer.
The same triggers that fit that are going to fit this.
That's a wash. Well, no, because that can get a mech frame.
Yeah, I was just about
They need to make a mech frame for the LV2.
Correct. I mean, I don't know if it's possible. I mean, I don't fully understand the physics behind it, but because of the fact that it's pop-it valve and all that stuff, I don't know. But needless to say, this is going to come with a mech frame option at some point. We don't know when. This video is 2 weeks after this gun has been released.
Today's May 9th, 2023.
Yeah, so it's going to take some time, but you can get a mech frame for this. And yeah, I mean, it's the same barrel, same feed neck, all that stuff. There's no extra bolt or performance enhancements with the 180 yet. Same thing with the LV2. So in that sense, I'm going to pick the 180 because of the fact that you can't.
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
I would agree with that. And then, guys, the rest of this, we're going to have to go over to Joel's house and actually grab one of these to shoot. We'll have a different LV2 for that one. We have another one on the wall that we want to shoot. But
yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys in the backyard. All right, guys, so we're here. We're out of the shop. We just did the whole sit-down portion of all this and talked about a bunch of features for you. And now we're going to do the fun part and actually shoot them.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm excited for this. This is going to be wacky, but this is going to be a good one. Planet Eclipse versus Planet Eclipse, two very popular markers. What's your preemptive thoughts here, Joel?
I got to tell you at the end. I've already kind of made up my mind, but that's because I shoot them every day. So.
That's true. Yeah, Joel sees these a lot. I got to feel it side by side to really know, but...
Yeah. All right, Doug.
That is my name.
So you've got the LV2 here, and then we've got the 180 as well, and you're here to shoot both of them. I've obviously shot both pretty extensively, but I'll do some shooting as well. And everything is stock. We're shooting GI field paint, and we've also crowned both of the markers there right at the 280 to 290 range. Let's do the honors, Doug.
Hear that big purr to life? All right, just for good measure, 280, 263, 273, 280 again.
All right.
Cool with that.
All right, so around the 280 range.
Ripperoni. Alright, I got the point. Everyone on this channel does know that as much as Doug loves shockers, Doug also really loves the LV2. So, you can see how much this changes my mind. Cool, we were safe and we turned it off. Come to life. This is the 180R, shooting 280, 285, 275. I'll take it. Close enough for me, boys. Ready, Joel?
Yep.
Alright. You gonna want to jump in on this, boss, or are we good letting me shoot?
Yeah, let me rip that bad boy.
Put these down for you. Guys, so these are really like, it's two completely different shots, but there's a lot of reasons to love both of them. There you go. Boss got the gun.
Alright.
Oh, I turned it off.
Alright, guys. LV2. So the 180 is definitely louder. All right, I've made up my mind.
Yeah?
Yep.
Didn't take much, did it?
No, it didn't. All right, Doug. So we shot both LV2, 180R. Shot quality wise, which one are you picking and why?
LV2. It's a different ball game, but
less recoil,
less recoil,
quieter, smoother.
It's so
agreed.
Nice. It is such a nice, and again, that's no diss to the 180. It does not mean it's a bad shot. It's just that the LV2 shot is ridiculously nice.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'm gonna go LV2 as far as the shot quality goes. It was quieter, less recoil, smoother. So I'm gonna pick the LV2. Efficiency wise, between the two, close. They're close.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, so 1,600 shots off of 77 with the 180. I think we were kind of right in that same ballpark. I think we were at like 1,500 shots or 1,550.
Okay.
So it's very close.
Probably depends on how you tune it too, how smooth you want the shot.
That's correct.
Yeah.
You know, if you put the light rammer in it and did a few tuning things to it, sorry for the wind, but if you did a few of those things, you probably really could make this more efficient. Probably make it more efficient than the 180. With the 180, you can't do anything to make it more efficient.
Yeah.
So there is that part of it. And then paint handling wise, we've done brittle paint on both of these.
I'm gonna call that a wash.
That's a wash.
They can both
for sure.
shoot whatever you want.
All right. So value wise, here's the big thing.
That's
1,600, 1,100. Which one are you picking and why?
Is that nice of a shot worth $500 worth of difference? No.
Agreed.
Value for me goes to the 180. Still a great shot. Ergonomics are, in my opinion, better than the LV2 for someone who's under 6 foot.
Yeah.
For a gun that's going to handle better, like, you know, physically within my body, still shoots very well, is a little bit more efficient, if not equally as efficient, and is going to save me half a band.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. 180 absolutely gets the value.
Yeah, for sure. Value-wise, without a doubt, it's hard to argue against that. Toolless features on both of them and everything else like that. Same packaging between the two is the other thing.
Yeah,
S63 bolt or barrel on both of them, right? So
it really comes down to how they feel and how they shoot.
Yeah,
truly.
I will say the LV2 is definitely a better shot, but is it worth that $500?
Just to get you on the field? No, use that $500 bucks. Go buy a bunch of paint. Go play.
Yeah, Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah.
Go
For
do
sure.
the thing we want to do.
Now,
play
here's the
paintball.
question: if money wasn't a thing between the two, all right, because I'm sure we've got some viewers out there where it's like they're willing to spend that extra $500. If money wasn't a thing between the two, would you still pick the LV2?
LV2, 100%. Yep.
Okay.
If money wasn't a thing, LV2.
Okay.
If you hit the lottery, go for it. If not, if you're like the rest of us, a normal person, 180 is going to do you just fine. Absolutely no complaints with this marker whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's tough for me. The LV2, I'm actually going to pick the 180 if money's not a thing, and I'm just picking a gun because I like it. I'm actually picking the 180. I'm just more of a spool guy compared to a pop it guy.
True.
And the big thing for me is that trigger frame. The trigger frame feels a lot thinner.
It's also
with the
just
180.
wider. You got more room.
Yeah, it feels smaller compared to the LV2, but the LV2 definitely shoots better and everything else like that. But yeah, I think if money isn't a thing, I'm still picking the 180, just because of the ergonomics behind it.
I think we're about to see Joel pick up a new shooter for the remainder of the 2023 season.
CS3, I'm still waiting for my CS3, so I'm super excited to see what Tyler over at Aesthetic does with my CS3. So
we'll fill you guys in when Joel gets that back. But
Right.
we really do thank you guys for watching today. We really appreciate you guys coming around. I'm going to put the scores up right here and give you all a second to look at them, see what the totals were. I'm sure that this was going to be an interesting one, but we really appreciate you guys coming. Please subscribe. Please like the video. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about these markers. And when you're done watching everything, you can use the link in the description to get either one of these markers here from Punishers. We'll see you in the next one.
I'm so free.